So when we were on the air together, we were on the air for, when did we first get on? Early 2018?
It's 3 years, I think.
So it was close to 3 years, yeah. We had some pretty crazy viral moments.
Oh, man. Yo, do you remember? I was just talking about somebody. Do you remember with Lil Kim?
Yeah, Lil Kim was not fucking with me.
She
boy.
was not fucking with you.
Ooh, she was not fucking with me. Yo, Lil Kim was fucking hot.
She was not fucking with you, bro. And,
yeah.
And I was thinking about that. I was like, I wonder like if people, like, do people ever get over that shit? You've been in radio longer than me. Like, when people have a problem with you,
dude, check this out.
Do they ever get over it?
I think so, because Soulja Boy came up here the other day, and Theo calls me first, right? And he's like, "Hey, man, did you say something about Soulja Boy in an interview?" And I was like, "Probably." And he was like, because he's like, "Yo, that's the white boy who used to be on the air with the black dude. Yeah, he said some shit about me in an interview." And I was like, "Oh, I don't doubt it." Yeah,
well, he came up. Remember, he came on our show.
No, but after that, I think, and I've put up a clip of the only thing I could find by Googling Bootleg Kev Soulja Boy was our interview with him, and then like me and Draco talking about the big Draco thing, Draco the Ruler. And so I was like, it might have been this, but I don't fucking know. And I was like, he was like, "It's all good, but just know he's not fucking with you like that." I was like, I don't give a fuck. I don't need to be friends with anybody. Soulja Boy comes, fucking awesome. Mm-hmm. Hangs out with my son. We smoke weed. We're hanging out. Like, fucking, it was great. Like, literally couldn't have went better.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, like, and look, at the end of the day, sometimes we just got to do our job.
No,
and
I agree with you.
And I wouldn't even do the kind of shit like
we wouldn't chase it.
We wouldn't chase the got you moments.
No. The only thing that stood out to me was obviously the Gates situation.
The Kevin Gates situation was wild for people.
But and I'm not making a defense for him. It was his first interview. He just got
since
out.
Prison.
He just got out.
Let me tell you something. What people don't realize is
that was a lot. I had to deal with a lot.
Yeah, a lot of people felt some type of way. A lot of people still feel some type of way.
Facts.
But Kevin Gates comes to the radio station. I go down to the lobby to grab him. And I've met Kevin Gates before, but he doesn't remember, obviously. I'm like, "Hey, what's up, Bootleg Kev?" He's like, "Oh, that's a good name, Kevin." No, I'm like, "Yeah, we both got the same name, right?" Shout out to our guy from Atlantic who's with him, Dwight. Come up the elevator. He comes in and he's like, he needs the room to pray.
Yeah.
So our guy, Eric Fisher, is stuck in the room with Kevin Gates while he's praying for like 30 minutes. So Eric's just sitting there and Kevin Gates is in there alone praying, because he's Muslim. So he's praying, right? So I was like, "Oh, that's different. We've never had anyone come in and pray before the interview." Like, okay, whatever floats your boat or find your lost remote. I respect
whatever you got to do, bro.
Yeah, shout out to Allah, you know what I'm saying? So we come in and do the interview, and automatically he was just not into the interview.
No.
At all.
At all.
He was not fucking with us whatsoever. He don't want to be there. Mm-mm. And sometimes we'll do those interviews where it's like, "Man, this fool didn't want to be here. Like, why the fuck?" Like, by the way, artists, if you're going to go do a fucking interview, like, and you don't want to do it, don't do it.
Don't come.
Because otherwise, anyway. So then the moment happens where you touch his arm. "Hey, yo, don't touch me. I feel like I'm being interrogated." And I'm just like, bro, it's an interview. In an interview, we ask questions.
He said, "Yo, how long we got to do this? I feel like I'm being interrogated in here."
Right. So whatever the case is, the interview finishes and awkward.
Bro. So this was interesting about that. And you wasn't there because, I would go to the radio station early.
Right.
I just so happened to catch a couple of people from his camp at the radio station the following day. I mean, after we put out the interview, right? It's up, it's gone, it's viral.
They didn't like the fact we dropped it that way.
They didn't like that we kept it. We don't edit our shit.
What the fuck we were supposed to do?
Right. So I caught a representative of his. I'm not gonna say his name. I caught a representative of his coming in the hallway at the radio. I'm like, "Yo, what's up? What you doing here?" "Yo, man, I'm trying to see if we can get the interview taken down."
Dwight.
I don't.
That sounds like Dwight. Oh.
I'm like, "Yo." I'm like, listen, bro, we not taking nothing down, bro.
Yeah, it's too late.
Like it's gone. I'm not finna start my cause this is like one of our first interviews. I'm not finna start my radio career editing interviews and taking shit out and taking shit down.
Like they wouldn't ask the Breakfast Club to do that.
So I'm like, no. So it's like, well, we just hollered at your boss to see if we can. I said, all right, bet. So I go right into our boss office. I sit down. I'm like, listen, I know he's like, yeah, they want to take the interview down. I said, listen, bro, I'm gonna be all the way 100 with you. He's like, well, how do you feel about it? I don't want to take it down. I said, furthermore, I'll be honest with you. If this is what we going to be doing, like doing the politicking, I'd rather not do interviews moving forward.
Yeah.
And he was like, leave it up then. So I respect
And it
that.
already went viral.
I respect that though, because allowing your people to have input on decisions like that.
Shout out to Doc. Doc was always like that.
Always like that. But they were so embarrassed by how that shit went because it was his first interview. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I'm like, bro, it's already up. It's out.
And also the crazy thing about it is when the interview finished, he hung out with us for like an hour and a half and played us his new album and literally said, man, I wish we would have started the interview now because I fuck with y'all now.
Bro, I shit you not. Kevin Gates, after that interview, stayed at the radio station for a long ass time, playing,
at least an hour,
hanging out, playing music for us and shit. Yeah. It wasn't weird or nothing. It was like as soon as the camera came on, it was weird. So it was a lot of backlash.